My name's Ethan, and I have a true horror story that happened to me when I was 13. I am currently 15 years old. I woke up in my bed one night, drenched with sweat. I had a nightmare, but couldn't remember all the details. I glanced around my room, and it looked like the walls were blood red when I knew that they were blue. I heard a loud scrape at my door, and then it swung open. Out came a hand attached to an arm that was 6 feet long. When I woke up again and looked around, this time I was in the middle of my living room. Right away, my eyesight started getting blurry and weird. I heard voices, and my vision was pulsing. Then 2 girls came up to me, and their flesh was decaying. They asked, "What did we do to you?" Then they said, "Do you know who we are?" I screamed, "Leave me alone!" I woke up again. My vision was slowly pulsing still, and my right eye wouldn't open all the way. I didn't really know why. I decided to get a drink of water, and when I looked in the mirror, I saw a giant scratch across my right eye. That was why my eye was half closed. I went back to my room and tried to remember the details of my nightmare. I thought my room or house was cursed, so I switched rooms with my mom due to my fear. My mom didn't believe me, but she was still willing to switch rooms anyway. 6 months later, she died in her sleep due to cancer. But somehow, she had gotten a scratch on her face that night. The doctors asked me, "How did she get this scratch? It looks recent." "I have no idea," I said. I told them about the time I slept in that room and got a scratch on my right eye the next morning. They didn't believe me. I currently live with my dad now, and I will never forgive myself for switching rooms with my mother. It still weighs heavy on my mind till this day.
This happened about 2 months ago. My sister and I used to sleep in the same bedroom because, I have to admit, I'm scared to be alone. Like, really scared, to the point where I won't go into a room alone. I always thought that my room was haunted, and sometimes while laying in my bed, I would stay super quiet, and for some reason, every time I'd hear a little whisper, which petrified me, and I would pretend to be asleep. One night, I was watching YouTube on my phone and getting settled into sleep until I heard an odd noise. Obviously, I got shook and went to sleep. I don't know if this was a dream or not, but what happened made me never sleep in the same room again. As soon I went to sleep, I heard whispers, loud whispers, like they were right next to my ear. It was saying, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." I was so scared I didn't even dare to peek, and I sure as hell wouldn't look at it. After a while, it stopped. At this point, my heart was racing and I was about to cry. I don't know how, but I went to sleep and woke up the next day in a cold sweat. My older sister was doing this weird head dance thingy where she moves it side to side, and she would always do this when she was listening to music. I asked her, "Hey, did you hear anything last night?" She took off her headphones and looked at me, and what she said scares me to this day. "No, but I had a weird dream, though. There was a guy looking at me and telling me to stare into his eyes, but I couldn't move. He danced just like this, and then I went to sleep quickly after that." What she said still frightens me. I haven't said a word about this to anyone, but I still wonder. What if I had looked at the thing? What would have happened to me?